Okay, my name is Roger, and I'm wearing my name today. It took me a long time to learn about this one. Um, Wearing my name will make more sense once I'll be done. Okay. I'm a father of two kids. I live in Shediac, and I struggled a lot when I was a younger child. People used to call me names. I used to be bullied a lot. So to me, that was confusing at times because the only thing I was looking for people is to be loved by somebody else. Okay. Okay. When I was a kid, now this is my story. I used to hide a lot. I was not able to be with other people playing games or something because it's either they were calling me as a fatso, or I didn't know nothing, and I should walk away. So throughout the years, I worked a lot to hide the pain of not being with people and try to blend with them. So my parents, they done the best that they could with the knowledge they had, but they were so busy working every day to make money to pay for the food and the house and the toys they were buying. Today, I am being guided to talk about it because as being a medium, clairvoyant, intuitive, there's a lot of reading that comes up, and it's all about wearing your name. It's respecting ourselves today. And a lot of people here are respecting themselves because they are who they are, and they're not afraid of doing it. And once you respect yourself enough, you will be in the love and light. Like Linda that was just talking a little while ago, she lives into the light, and she wears her name. It's not being afraid. If somebody would have told me 10 years ago that I'd be up here talking about this and among people, I would have said they're crazy. But it is just being plain, simple respect. As I was working on this about 9 years ago, work on the respecting myself more, learning more about it, I live into the light today. And by respecting myself more, I am not afraid to be who I am, being a medium. And same to the people, whatever it comes up, it belongs to them. But it helps them a lot to gain strength, have the knowledge to have their own future. They got their own destiny. They can choose because we are human. So we can choose the path that we want. And to think is just to create. So whatever you think every day creates your future. So by wearing your name, I am not afraid today to go anywhere and talk about anything. Because to me, it don't make any difference if they like it or not. It is what it is. And by being me every day, if somebody doesn't want to be around me, it doesn't bother me. It's their choice. I live my path. I live my life. Especially in the last several years, I love myself more today by being more into the spiritual side of life. And by respecting myself more, I'm able to respect my kids more, and my kids respect me more. And my surrounding people respect me more also because I put boundaries in there. And if they don't want to accept that, it is their choice. It is not my choice. I live into the light, but it's their choice to if they want to remain around me. Last night it was telling me also this is what I have to talk about is respect. We hear a lot, well, the kid does not respect no more the people, the adult, the parents. A lot of the kids didn't know about it. If they respect themselves first, they will be able to respect others. And by respecting ourselves first, we love ourselves more because we know who we are. And as a kid, I did not know when I was bullied that I thought after a while by being verbally abused or physically abused or emotionally abused, I didn't know by respecting myself, I would have just put an end to that. And people would have been different afterwards. I would have been different also because I would have chosen to live my life the way that I always wanted to live and just be into the light and helping people and be able to have people around me that loves me for who I am and not who I should be according to them. So this is one of the reasons that as soon as I deviate from the respect, I lose myself. So it was a struggle all my life. By hiding, even at high school, I was afraid. I was not into the gym. I was not doing any exercise. I was hiding in every corner that I was able to, so people will not see me for who I am, because I was afraid that they would judge me. But by thinking about this, to think is to create. I was thinking about this, and I was creating a dark environment. So the thoughts are very important. I got workshops coming up later on this year also about all kinds of different subjects. And to think is to create. If you apply that in your life, it makes a big difference because you're the one that chooses what chapter you want to have tomorrow, next week, next year, in 10 years from now. What you want, you can create. But you have to respect yourself first and say, I want to do this. All the vendors are here today, they do it by choice. And we all have choices here today to do something. But are we going to step up if we don't respect ourselves in front of people? Respect is the most powerful thing to me. We have pioneers that started this. Quite a few years ago, 10, 15 years ago, Kim is one of them. She respected herself enough back then that when she started, chances are she had some challenges because people were saying, well, what are you doing? Are you sure you want to talk about this? Or are you sure you want to do that? What are people going to be saying? But guess what? Today, she's a walking, talking, respectable person that she puts her boundaries and she will not, as I will not, accept any negativity around me. I will choose to walk away. I will not fight because I don't have to prove myself. I respect myself enough today that I want to live my life. And my life, I help people from all walks of life, from teenager to elderly people. When they sit down and the reading are coming up, it belongs to them. It doesn't belong to me. So I do not ask any questions. Whatever comes up is what they need to hear at the present time in order to have a better future tomorrow, if they choose so. Because it's a free will if we want a better life tomorrow. We just struggle if we put ourselves in front. So by the word respect, you could go a long ways with that one. People can Google it, but when you look yourself into the mirror and you say to yourself, do I respect myself enough today that if I am being abused by whoever, friends or families or partner, do I want to accept this? Do I want to be into that environment that I think it's okay to be abused by somebody else, physically, emotionally, or mentally, just to be loved by another person? That is, you're not respecting yourself. Respecting yourself is saying, well, unless you really want that, you're able to create it. But if you don't want it, you walk away from it. And it's life-changing afterwards. Once you choose to love and live in the light, it makes a huge difference. And I see, I wasn't there myself in the past, that I stayed into and being an empath and intuitive and clairvoyant, you feel the emotions of other people and myself. But that's me. So yeah, I was in there before, and I stayed in. It's either 1 day, 1 hour, 1 minute too long with another person that was negative in my past. Today, I do not accept. As soon as I have negativity, I will just walk away. I will not fight. My father told me a long time ago, when I was a kid, he says, Roger, he says, you got two choices when you live and you walk around. If there's two human beings brought together, you can talk and you can have a conversation and come to a point, specific point, yeah, okay, I will agree on this or not. But if you have an animal, if you have a fox or a bear and a person, the animal will want to fight. It's a nature. So what do you want to do? You want to fight with another person? You want to be the animal, or do you want the other person to be the animal? Or you just want to be a human being and just walk away from it? It's a choice. We all have choices. It depends what we want to do. We all have the power to do it. By living into the light and being into the spiritual path. My teacher told me one time, he says, if you start into it, you will change and you will never go back. Today, I can say 100% why. Yeah, like when he told me this at first, I says, wow, sis, I tried everything up to now and nothing works. So I'm into it. So when I'm walking this path, I never want to go back because I respect myself enough too much today that the change that I've done up to now is far greater and better, because when I see people walking out and they have opportunity to change their life because what they had as far as information,
look at this,
inspires them. And then if they choose to respect themselves, they will put an action to it. So your thoughts and your words and your action will determine where you're going tomorrow. So respect. And I hear this, I hear it a lot with elderly people or family members, that respect. Okay, well, if you don't respect yourself first, you will have a challenge because you will not be able to put the boundaries in there. You will not be able to say enough is enough. I need to wear my name today and keep walking forward with no guilt, no shame, because who I am is who I am. And nobody will change that for the rest of my life. I am a human being. I am a person. I make mistakes, but I learned through my mistake that I'm able to choose a better path tomorrow. I don't have to deal with it and drag it for a year, a day, or 10 years. So to me, wearing my name, that's the reason I have my tag today, and I am wearing my name, and this is who I am. And I will keep respecting myself and my surrounding people. So by respecting myself, I respect my friends, and my friend respect me also. So it's a big topic. It's like a tree. You got lots of roots. Well, you could go a long ways with this one, because as soon as you look yourself into the mirror, it changes. As soon as you see who you really are. And I don't want to be the kid that today. I don't want to be the adult that people are able to push me easy, like when I was a kid. Being bullied is selfish. It's the other person that's the chicken, because he's afraid of looking himself into the mirror. So by doing so today, I am on a clearer, loving, brighter path than I was before. And to me, the love and light for a lot of people here today, we're all looking forward for a brighter future. I also work into the environment, try to help people to have more positive thought that you're able to live easier, less material. People call me pack rats, okay? Because I used to hide myself into the back of the material. So today, I don't need the material. I don't need the fancy car. I don't need the big house. I respect myself enough today that I'm able to live with simple stuff. I don't have to hide no more. I'm able to be who I am. I don't have to buy a fancy car just for people to love me. If they don't love me for who I am, bare bone skin, they will not love me if I come here with a Lamborghini, because they only want my money. They only want my toys, that's it. So by doing so, I am helping people, and I will continue helping people for the rest of my days until I'm 95. I only plan to retire at 100, 15 anyway, so I'll be able to help people if it is in the highest will to do it. So respecting ourselves changes a lot. Being abused doesn't go nowhere. We're not helping ourselves, we're not helping the other person either, because we're staying into an environment that the other person cannot grow out by themselves. So sometimes we have to put our 2 feet on the floor and say, enough is enough. I'm taking a decision because my surrounding people that I'm with, I'm going to do a benefit to them by walking away, because they don't have to be into my environment if they choose to be walking into the dark, but I choose to walk into the light. So by loving myself more, to me is a plus for the rest of my days. I don't know how I'm doing with time, so no time for questions or nothing.
Well, you can ask a question.
Somebody got a question or something before we change?
Where's your workshop?
What's that? The workshop will be given in Moncton. Yeah, I could give you one business card, and then you'll follow. Yeah, I got a booth with the 2 hearts. Well, the heart and the balloon. That's the one that we're in. So in there, you'll be able to see on my website the workshops coming up. All right.